Right, where do I begin with that one? Tottenham nil, Leicester 2 at White Hart Lane in the Premier League. The final whistle's just gone. That was really, really bad from Spurs. Tops off just about one of the worst weeks that you could have as a Tottenham fan if you live down in the south of England. Obviously, went into tier 4 restrictions over the last couple of days. So yeah, it's just been really, really bad. Obviously, no fans inside the stadium again today, but I just wanted to make a video about that performance because following the Liverpool game, I think that after the Crystal Palace game, which was last weekend, away at Palace, you can kind of forgive Mourinho for the tactics, the physical side of the game that we had there. You can almost let him off a little bit with that one. A 0-0 away at Palace, although, Liverpool put 7 past them this weekend, you can kind of forgive. The Liverpool game, I thought that the first half we were very, very poor in the way that we played in the Liverpool game. Second half we come out, we had chances, we could have got something out of that game, to be honest. Probably maybe should have got something out of that game. Obviously very, very cruel late goal in that game away at Anfield. Away in Anfield against Liverpool. And then today's game, I was heading into it, I wasn't too sure what to think about it really. I think that if you consider both teams are quite evenly matched, I think that Brendan Rodgers is a very good manager. I've rated him for quite a long time. Leicester have got a very dangerous squad. So, players like Tielemans, Castagne at right back is a very good player. See, Maddison's a baller. They got Jamie Vardy, who is always a real threat with his directness and his pace. I thought that, it would be a very even game. It wasn't really that even, to be honest. I thought that Spurs were very, very poor today. Never really got going throughout the game. They relied on Harry Kane to really come up with something. He was dropping deep a lot. I thought that Fofana for Leicester is very, very good. Ndidi is exceptional for Leicester as well. I thought that both teams might have out counter-attacked each other, given that that's their favoured style of play. Leicester, you're never too sure what you're going to get with those guys. Obviously, I think they lost 2-0 at home to Fulham a couple of weeks ago, but then they'll go away and they'll put 5 past Man City at the Etihad. So, yeah, Brendan Rodgers is clearly a very talented manager. He's getting the best out of a very talented squad at Leicester there, but Spurs' home form is now becoming a little bit worrying this season. Obviously, we lost at home to Everton, drew at home to Newcastle. Obviously, it was a very harsh late VAR decision, but obviously with this defeat now as well, we're not picking up very many points at home, and it's something which Jose Mourinho's teams always tend to do if they are going to go for a title challenge. Obviously, a 2-0 defeat today, very disappointing. We thoroughly deserved the defeat. There was just no real urgency in it whatsoever. I thought that so many players had a poor game. Ndombele come off, I think it was at half time. He took Aurier off, who was shocking, back to his normal self. It was so rash for the penalty. It was a no-brainer. There were just a lot of facets to that game which will maybe raise a few alarm bells if you're a Spurs fan watching that today, because the very least you expect to do with players like Son, Kane, Moura, Bale all on the pitch at the same time is create chances, but we didn't look like creating anything. I go back to what I was saying about Leicester's defence with Johnny Evans and who's the other guy, Wesley Fofana. They didn't really have much to do all game. They were very compact with Tielemans, who was dropping in as well. It was just a very disappointing result, and it leaves a lot of food for thought because there's going to be a lot of games coming up over this Christmas period now, and Spurs are dropping behind in this title race. Obviously, Liverpool pulled away yesterday. I think they're 6 points clear now. Obviously, Everton have moved above us as well. Man United could move, even further ahead of us if they beat Leeds in a minute as well. Yeah, there's a lot to consider because there's not any real weaknesses in the team at the moment. I thought that if you have a look at the recruitment that he's done, you can't put it down to a glaring gap in the squad or anything like that. It's just 3 disappointing performances and 3 disappointing results in a week. So, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are regarding the game today and the last 3 games in general. The 0-0 against Palace, the 2-1 defeat to Liverpool, and the 2-0 defeat today. There's a lot of work to be done for Mourinho over this Christmas break. He was a bit ratty once the final whistle went at Anfield. He had a dig at Klopp, didn't he? Which I think was a bit harsh on Klopp, to be honest. the other week, the other day. So yeah, there's a lot of work to be done for Jose and his coaching staff over Christmas period. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. And until next time, guys, hit the subscribe button, follow me on my social media, and I'll speak to you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers.